Hi, welcome to the live stream this morning. And I just want to welcome the new subscribers who have come from Harry's channel. And just before we start, I just want to introduce the people who don't know of Harry to her and to her YouTube channel and her website. And I've got links in the description below. And I just wanted to say a few words about Harry because I've been actually wanting to say this for a while. So those of you who've been following the live streams for a while, you may remember a live stream, and it was about 4 months ago. And again, I've put the link on the description, and it spoke about highly advanced beings from other star systems. So these people are like star seeds, but they're also a bit different. Like they're sort of they have very highly advanced gifts. So they're sort of very high level star seeds. And Raphael spoke about them, being on the planet, and they can move people on very fast. And he actually spoke about these beings, that they may sort of even claim, to do things that sound absolutely extraordinary. And Raphael said, actually, it's all true. Like, that they have extra, um, extraordinary gifts, extra sort of, gifts that can really move people on fast when you connect with them. So after that live stream, maybe like, other people as well who listened, I actually prayed and I said, please, I'd like to connect with one of these beings. And since then, I prayed a couple of other times, and the same sort of prayer about moving on from sort of heavier energies really fast. And those times I was shown Harry's face really clearly. And at that point, I hadn't connected with her. Like I just knew her from YouTube. And, I always used to appreciate her videos and notice, that each one would sort of shift me in some way. So I followed that guidance and connected with Harry, and it's been absolutely incredible. I mean, really, her gifts are like, I've never experienced anything like that before. And so, those of you who know Harry, you may already know this, that she's got amazing gifts, especially to do with timelines, Akashic records, and just being able to see all the active timelines and just clear things in minutes, like literally lifetime after lifetime, being able to just do it all in minutes. And it's a very sort of like, tangible experience. It's a very somatic experience as well. You can feel all that just being cleared just like that. So I just wanted to sort of, encourage, people who aren't familiar with her, to visit her YouTube and, check out her videos, perhaps consider booking a session. Because yeah, she really can move people fast, and even watching her videos, you know, shift things. That there'll be things you discover. She's going to be making more and more healing videos, and she's starting a new section about past life healings. So even if you don't come for one-to-ones, she's going to sort of be going to past lives and clearing them. And it's absolutely extraordinary. I can't, really, I can't talk highly enough about Harry and her abilities. So I just wanted to share that. And it was and Raphael, spoken to me about Harry. Like when I tell Raphael things, and he says, Look, Jabeen, we've sent you Harry for that. She's the best person to do this or that. So Raphael highly recommends her as well. So yeah, anyway, so that's that. And yeah, and just go to the description for the links for that. So I'll go into the live stream, and yeah, and I'll let Archangel Raphael in. I would like you to know that what I am speaking about today are subjects that are very close to your heart and mind at the moment, because I would like you to know that there is a lot going on around all of you that I would like to speak about and help you to see through. it is very much like this, that at the moment there is such a thing as needing to go deeper in order to have clarity, that the times are like this. And sometimes what happens is that you are left feeling that life is not so good, perhaps, but it is because you have not gone deeper into the true causes of things. What I'm really speaking about are the types of relationships you are in, the energies around you. And what I want you to know about this is that sometimes it is that the people in your life are very much in there in order to show you something about yourself, not necessarily to stay for life, but to show you something. And for some of you here, you have people like this in your lives, people who are here to teach you something. And what I'm also speaking about are people you may be connected to by blood. And what I want you to know is that sometimes when you have had many lifetimes of a certain type of energy, it is almost like what you are doing is drawing their experience closer and closer to you. Because what you are not resolving in another life will come in, but it will become more and more a part of your life if you are not tackling it in another life. What I'm really trying to say is that for some of you, you have relationships with loved ones which are very karmic, which are very much based on unresolved issues from other lives that you are being forced to tackle in this life. And what I want you to know is that unfortunately, you will have to separate from some loved ones, people who are part of your bloodline in this life. And I am not speaking to everyone. I am speaking to those of you who have difficult relationships with certain members of your family that don't seem to get resolved. And what I want you to know is that for some of you, the lesson is to let go in this lifetime, to really let go and to separate your energy from certain family members and to let them go their own way. And what I see is through doing this, you will find other aspects of your life improve exponentially. What I'm also wanting you to know is that when you do this, there is such a thing as divine grace that comes in, that then enables the person you have separated from to go deeper, and you as well. So it is almost like as you cut the connection, the person that you have in mind will be able to find more of what they need in order to learn what they need to in this life. What I am also wanting you to know is separation means two things, and one is to energetically separate yourself, and that is to clear away the karmic debris, the energies that they carry, that you are holding in you, and other things which have happened through them, which have affected you. And the second thing I mean is to actually then to separate on the earth plane. However, for each of you, this may mean a different thing. So for some of you, it may mean that you are not really in connection on a day-to-day level, but you occasionally see the person, and that is all. For others, it does mean a total separation. But whatever feels right for you, whatever feels good, once you have energetically separated, what I want you to know is that this is really important at the moment. That the scenarios you have been in, which have been detrimental to you, need to be in one way or another resolved now. And for some of you, that resolution is to separate. I have more messages to give on the same subject. So, what I am seeing is for some of you, this is more about people who have been in your life for a long time. friends, people you have been in partnership with, people like this. And it is the same. It is really important to separate with people who are not quite right for you so that the right people may come in. So, this is the time to do it. And I am saying this because if you don't do it now, you will start a new cycle with the people, which will be very difficult to resolve. Because when you start a cycle, it is almost like it has to come full circle. I am not sure if you are aware of this, but karma is very much like this. That once something has got started, it does need to go full circle before you can separate, which is why sometimes it takes so long to clear someone out of your life when inwardly you have known it for a while that they need to go. I want to speak on some more things now. I want you to know that no one in this lifetime is really in need of help in order to stay afloat on a practical level, in a permanent way. And what I mean by this is that everyone is actually going deeper at the moment and resolving problems so that they can be free of things which have held them back. And what I'm really referring to are things that perhaps you have not done for yourselves. Basic things, I mean, that people are normally able to do, where you have had to rely on other people because you have had some sort of trauma or problem in that area. So, in this life, it is about resolving these problems. It is not about simply continuing the way you have been. So, for some of you, it may be, for example, that you have not been able to do something that is needed in your everyday life. It can even be something really basic, like preparing your own meals or being able to do some basic tidying up. Perhaps feeling so disorganized all over the place that this has not been able to happen, having to rely on other people to do it, or having to simply live in a mess. All these things need to be resolved in this life. So it is not about permanently being in any state. In the past, it was that some people had certain tendencies that were there for life. But in this life, you are all coming into alignment. You are all clearing trauma, your pain body. So things that you may have found difficult in the past will become easier. And you may find yourself actually really good at these things that you have struggled with in the past. So, what I'm really speaking about are the day to day things in your life. And I'm encouraging all of you to look into, stepping into your power more and looking at the things in your life that you are perhaps struggling with and look at the reasons why. So, if you have a lot of clutter in your home, go deeper and look into why. If you have problems with other things, look into why. But don't simply go into energies where you are accepting that there are things you can't do so well or do at all. Go a bit deeper and allow yourself to actually step into your power more in different areas of your life. So your life becomes easier, flows more gracefully, and most of all, you actually feel that you can look after yourself, your basic needs, that you can live in a really good way without needing to rely on other people. I have another message now to give, and that is it is not so much about you needing to be with people over this festive season. It is much more about being with the right people at the right time, doing what you want to be doing, having a good time, doing the things you want, And for some of you, this may be being with yourselves, watching a film, having time alone. For others, it may be to socialize. But you all have to define your own fun. What brings you joy and happiness? What brings you inner fulfillment? And what I will say is that this is different for everyone, not only because you have different needs, but you also have different preferences on a deeper level of your being. So some of you here are genuinely more into having quality time alone, being in your own energy, allowing yourselves to really be with yourselves and enjoy that and enjoy the inspiration, the creativity that flows. So, for some of you, a really good time may be to be with yourselves, do something creative, do some baking, some other things, make a few things, or simply lie alone and feel that you have no worries, no cares, that you can simply be with yourself and have that peace and silence that you crave internally, especially for those of you who are really sensitive and feel bombarded by energies all the time, feel that the world has too much going on energetically for you. For very sensitive souls, being on your own can be one of the best experiences that you can have because you can go into your own energy, attune to the light within, and feel absolutely ecstatic in that energy, in the ecstasy of your own being, without being bombarded by other people's energy. So, for someone who is very sensitive, this is one of the best experiences that they can have. For someone who really enjoys the stimulation of the world, being in different energies and enjoying them, sampling different types of energies, really getting to know them and being with different types of people, then going out to parties can be one of the best things. So it is different for each one of you. And what I'm really trying to say is that it is really good to get to know yourself, to get to know what you like to do, and in this way, you can give yourself those experiences and to really know that it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whether you do the same as other people do in order to have fun. It is about creating your own fun and doing things your way. And in the new age, it will be more and more like this, that it will really be that there will be many different ways people will choose to have fun, to entertain themselves. And what I mean by this, that things which are considered normal, things that people will not question or query, that it will be that the range will increase of what is considered having a good time. And it may even be that people will choose to do unusual activities together, such as go to places where there is no stimulation at all, be in some kind of chamber, for example, flotation tank, where there is nothing there, where they can just be at peace and do it together. So new experiences will become available for people to do together, which will involve less stimulation, more peace, more silence, things people can experience together. And this is going to become the norm, new things like this. So I want you to know this, that whoever you are, whatever type of person you are, that you will be well catered for. And at the moment, it is about going deeper and getting to know yourself, getting to know what you like to do. And then, as you get to know what you like, you will find that things will become available in the world that cater for this, so that you can share these experiences with other people. And I am saying all this as well so that you can know that the work you are doing at the moment on yourselves will actually be helping the collective. That is all. I have no more messages, but I would like you to know that everyone here is changing really fast. You are all clearing your energy fast, and you are all becoming more whole in yourselves. And I see that generally things are going to be much better for all of you in the near future. But it is still a time to keep going inwards, to keep working on yourselves, to keep using your time and energy to go inwards and focus on your inner being. And through this, you will start to feel that you can be bigger in the world. Because as you focus on your inner being, there will be more that comes to life within you that you will have to share with the world. I would like to speak about the week ahead, and I would like you to know that the week ahead will not necessarily be about having to do a lot, although you may have a lot to do, but it will be about actually giving yourself time to be with yourselves, to have quality time with yourselves and loved ones. I do see that around this time of year, there is a lot to do, but it is not going to necessarily be as difficult as you may feel inside it could be. Because what I am actually seeing is that the energies on the earth plane have actually got very simple when it comes to these types of celebrations, festive times, where people have been pressurized in the past to do too much. That something has got simplified now. And for some reason, there is something that has actually happened where people are able to do things in a way that is much easier. And I am seeing that it is a mixture of the energies, but also other people's expectations, that something has changed, become easier and simpler. And what I am seeing also is that as a result, you may find yourselves actually having more time to rest, to be with yourselves, to feel free of external obligations. Collectively, people are generally much more in their own energy than ever before, less bothered about observing tradition, things which have been forced on them in the past. I also will say that because of this, you may even start to feel that you are really enjoying this time of year more than ever before, that it is really giving you the freedom to do what you want to when you want to. I have no more messages, but I would like you to know that as you focus on yourselves, your lives will become easier. Generally, as a general message, this is very much the case. Hmm. Yeah, so thank you everyone for listening. And yeah, wishing you a sort of peaceful, happy week ahead. And yeah, and happy solstice as well. And yeah, it's coming in a few days, and and yeah, have a lovely weekend as well. And much love to all of you.